All right, everybody, welcome to G.H. Miller Field in Sidman, PA. We have our Forest Hills Lady Rangers soccer team going up against the Lady Rams of Richland. We had our on-field announcer, Mrs. Carol Ciceri, announcing both starting lineups. And we're getting set here at midfield to begin play. And here we go. Richland starts off with control, trying to move that ball downfield. Forest Hills quickly breaks that up. We have number 10, Isabella Carpenter, on the near side here, getting it across to the middle. She gets out to Samantha Papsunik, and looks like Forest Hills is on the move, quickly moving that ball down around the 40-yard line. And as we see oftentimes at the beginning of a soccer game, soccer match, it's a little back and forth action, and you saw Richland quickly take over, move the ball downfield, but then Forest Hills gets it right back, and they're going to go back up there again. So far this match has been played between the 40 and the 40. Not a whole lot of action down near goal, but I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that as time goes on. Richland controlling the ball nicely on the far side of the field, moving down, but it looks like that goes just out off the foot of one of the Forest Hills players. And Richland maintains control, able to push the ball upfield. Didn't take Forest Hills long, though, to turn that around. And they are on the move, heading down towards the goal. Looks like Ava Mall's getting ready to center that up, which she does nicely. Samantha Papsunik has control of things down there and shot wide of the goal. So started off like a boxing match, as it often does between the 40 and the 40, and things started to heat up within the first couple minutes. Both teams able to get down onto the other side of the field, but so far no real threats of a shot on goal. Forest Hills maintains control over there. Trying to get that ball centered. Looks like they did. And here's our first shot on goal, and it's in. Wow, that was a nice shot from about the 15, 20-yard line. And I couldn't see a number. And Mrs. Asiri is helping me out over here. I don't think she saw that number either. We're going to find out real quickly who that was. Sometimes it's hard to see the numbers from this far up, but we'll have that for you here in a minute. In the meantime, we're going back and forth again. Go ahead. And Richland had control there. And it looks like they maintained control. And you hear that call by Mrs. Asiri. That was Isabella Carpenter with that goal. And here we go with a throw-in. Addison Piscatello throwing that in, but Forest Hills had control for a second. And they maintained control. And here we go, back downfield. Let's see if Richland can break that up. Defenders are pushed up to about the 40-yard line. And right now, again, it's back and forth. They were able to get control of the ball again. Some nice footwork down here on the near side. That was Isabella Carpenter again with that beautiful footwork, moving that ball across to center it up. Another shot wide of the goal. Again, no danger of that going in. That was off the foot of Samantha Papsunik. And Richland getting ready to kick this one out. And they choose to keep it close. See if they can get something moving. Slowly but surely push that ball down the field. Let's see if that works out. So far, they still have control. I believe that was off the foot of Forest Hills, which it was. So Richland with a throw in. A lot of action on the near side here, and they're slowly but surely moving that ball up the field with these throw-ins. Let's see if they can get it across the 50 and march into Forest Hills territory. So far, though, Forest Hills is doing a nice job on defense, not allowing Richland to get back up there. They've really only had one push up onto the Forest Hills side. Since then, we've pretty much tilted the field and kept things happening down here on the side closest to the scoreboard, as Forest Hills maintains that 1-0 lead. Richland with a quick throw in. Forest Hills again, though, really tough defense, not allowing them to get that ball much further across the 50 than a couple yards, and then we push it back down. Let's see what we can do. A lot of defenders down there for Richland. And they could have a breakaway here. Oh, the goalie comes way out almost to the 20-yard line in order to break that up. Nice job. And Mrs. Cecilia has volunteered to help me out. I can't see the numbers real well, so she's going to do a nice job over here and let me know who has control of the ball and what's happening. And Richland trying to push that ball across to center it up in front of the goal, not quite able to get there. And Forest Hills is able to maintain control, and they're going to kick this out. Let's see. And nice little kick out to about the 20. But Richland able to get control of it again. Looks like Forest Hills is going to have control there from the far side in that far corner. And again, we're going to keep the keeper busy down here, kicking that ball out. Richland doing a nice job, able to push down into Forest Hills territory, just not able to get that shot on goal. But they are keeping the ball down here. Let's see if Forest Hills can get things moving and do what they did in the first 5 minutes, get that ball back up on the other end of the field and score. Outside of that one goal, there really have not been any shots on goal that have been in danger for either side. A lot of play around midfield. Kind of back and forth between both teams. I'm sure that's going to open up a little bit as the game goes on. And looks like Forest Hills was unable to catch up to that one as it goes out. And we should have a kick here from the keeper. They elect to have one of the fielders kick this one. And that's a nice kick out to about the 30 as it trickles up past the 40, almost to the 50. So that little kick got way downfield. That was nice. Forest Hills trying to reverse field here. Richland keeping a lot of pressure on them. Looks like we have control of the center of the field. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Could be a shot on goal. No. Richland defenders do a nice job to come in and break that up. It looked like we had a wide open shot on goal there, and they quickly closed that gap. Again, Samantha Papsunik showing off that fancy footwork out in front of the goal, just unable to find somebody to center that up. And here she goes again, trying to find someone just a little bit too far. Let's see. We do keep control. Center it up just a little too far, and looks like the Richland defenders had it for a second. Then a big kick right through the uprights. Unfortunately, as you know, in soccer, that does not count. Although it would be cool if we could add that element to the game. But right through the uprights, it would have been a perfect field goal in football. And Richland trying to get that ball out, but Forest Hills quickly moves in there. And as we've seen from both sides now, it seems like once they get the ball down near the goal, they're able to keep it down there for a little while. Forest Hills crashing in there. I'm not sure who that was. Almost a shot on goal, but blocked. And there's Samantha showing off that fancy footwork yet again. Able to push it down a little bit closer. Let's see if we can get this ball centered up. We do have a couple players in the center, but looks like Richland's going to take control again. And again, a nice kick out. I don't know if anybody touched that ball. That may be Forest Hills. I think, yes, it is. Nobody touched the ball, and it's way out of bounds. So that puts Forest Hills back in business again. But I think we just kicked that one away. And Richland should have control here yet again. And Ava Mull trying to get things going there for Forest Hills, but ball goes out of bounds. A lot of play real close to out of bounds there. We had Rachel Gates in on that action on the near side. Center it back up. Richland trying to clear it, unable to do that. And that looks like it came off of Rachel, so Richland is going to have control here. Both teams fighting real hard to keep that ball on their end when they get it. And here we go. We may have another shot on goal. Can she get that left foot moving? No way to center it up. No one there. Let's see. She passes that out, and a little shot on goal. That was Bella Carpenter, but the ball stopped by the keeper over at Richland. And no harm done at all. Again, keeper able to handle that shot on goal. She keeps it out in front. Looks like she's going to punt it. Let's see how far. That's a nice punt all the way out to around the 35, 40, 45-yard line. And Richland now getting a quick push up into Forest Hills territory. Real fast they move that up there. and trying to get that ball centered up, which they do, just a little far out there. I don't know if they'd want to try a 25-yard shot, but they did, and broken up by Forest Hills. I believe that was Ava Mall that broke that up. And not sure what they called, but I do see looks like a penalty kick coming up here.
Good ball.
Broken up nicely by Forest Hills. Nice job on defense for both teams. As we maintain that 1-0 lead, not a whole lot of scoring going on. And as I say that, Samantha Papsunik just missed the right side of the goal. So that's how quickly things can turn. It looked like Richland, the Lady Rams, might have had a shot down there on the Forest Hills side, but Forest Hills turns that around, gets back upfield, and quickly, that quick strike shot on goal just missed. And back and forth we go. Looked like a shot on goal, or an attempt at a shot on goal. Unsuccessful. And then off the foot of Rachel Gates. And that ball's out of bounds, which means Richland's going to have a throw in. But they get that ball centered up in front of their own goal. Very dangerous. Forest Hills may have been able to get something going there, but still may get something going here. Samantha again showing off that fancy footwork, and a left-footed shot on goal, just wide right, maybe about 5 feet off. And let's see what we have happening here. Richland able to maintain control. They're in their own end, though. So let's see if they can get that cleared out. No, they cannot. And Forest Hills, again, taking control down on the Richland end of the field. And we have another throw in. I'm sorry, I don't have that number. Hard to see across the field. And again, a little shot on goal, wide right again. Keeper looked like they had complete control of that down there. No danger of that one going in. Forest Hills maintaining that 1-0 lead. As we tick down to almost halfway through the first half. About 22 and a half minutes left to go. Forest Hills maintaining control of the ball down on the Richland side. Forest Hills again trying to get something going. We do have somebody in the center of the field, unable to get a kickoff though. We had Bella Carpenter and Samantha Papsunik fighting hard to try to keep that ball in down on this side. Richland was able to get control there for a couple seconds. Marley Gray breaking that up quickly though and turning the field around once again as Forest Hills might be in business. They push that ball right back down near the goal. Get down near the 10-yard line. And Richland trying to clear it from there. Not sure what quite happened there. It looked like it was going to be a white throw-in. Ball might have come out of her hands for a second. They blew the whistle, and it is a white throw-in indeed. And again, we've had a lot of play here at midfield, back and forth between the two teams. Neither team really able to clear it. And we'll see what happens. It looks like we should have a green throw-in, and we do. Forest Hills has control at the moment. But as we've seen several times already, that changes rather quickly. They still have control, which is nice. Samantha Papsunik working that ball down. Oh, and she had a nice, looked like she kicked that off her left foot. That ball was starting to curve in. Keeper did a real nice job to keep the ball out. But the good news for Forest Hills is we have a corner kick and control of the ball at the moment. And I think Samantha's down there in the corner. She takes a nice long corner kick, strong kick. That was kept out of goal. Wow, by a Richland defender. And then she takes a long shot from about the 15-yard line, 17-yard line, somewhere around there. But the keeper for Richland did a nice job getting that ball up in the air and then getting control of it. And that keeper for Richland is Savannah Artem. And it looked like we had a collision there at around the 15-yard line. Danica Schrift was down, and she's right back up. Looks like she's going to be okay, which is good. We like to see that. The Richland players showed concern. We always like to see that as well. Good sportsmanship out there on both sides. And here we go. Forest Hills unable to get control of the ball. And that ball trickles down. No danger. Keeper able to come out to about the 5-yard line. Get control of it. And again, our keeper, Alyssa Walker, with a nice kick out to about the 50. Forest Hills so far unable to get control and push that ball back up the field. So Richland takes advantage and they turn it around and they have it down now on the Forest Hills side of the field. Again, Forest Hills defenders doing a nice job down there clearing it out. Richland able to keep it in though, for the time being. And Forest Hills wisely not letting Richland get anything set up, just kicks that ball out and forces a throw in. And here we go, Forest Hills throwing it in. And they are able to get something moving here, at least for the time being. They push that ball down into Richland's side on the far side of the field. And it may have gone out off of a green foot. Looks like we have a Richland throw in. And we do. And Forest Hills able to maintain control, push the ball back down near the goal. Samantha Papsunik with that fancy footwork down around the 10. Let's see if she can get it centered up. Or she's going to try a shot on goal just wide right of the goal. I'll tell you, one of those is going to end up sneaking in just in the top of the goal post there. We'll see as time goes on, but she's had a couple of those shots that have just missed. Was not touched by a white jersey, and Forest Hills quickly turning that around. Trying to get something happening down here near Richland's goal yet again. Relatively quiet game on the scoring front. Forest Hills scored within the first couple minutes of the game, and then since then it's kind of been back and forth between the two teams. No real strong shots on goal. Of course, both keepers doing an excellent job not letting that ball get into goal if it does get down there, along with both defenses doing a real nice job. Again, we have play at the mid side of the field. And looks like that may be a hand. Yes, that was the call. She knew immediately when it happened. She was regretting having her hands up in the air as that ball came off, and Richland gets control. Forest Hills going to work that up on the near side of the field. Rachel Gates trying to push it back to the middle. Unable to find anybody. Forest Hills defenders working real hard up around the 50 to keep that ball from coming back down. Marley Gray right in the middle of the action there. And as we've seen several times already tonight, they quickly go back to Samantha Papsunik, see if she can get something going in the middle of the field. This time broken up by the Richland defenders and pushed over to the far side of the field. We have a little back and forth action happening down there between about the 30 and the 10. And then all of a sudden, as I say that, looked like Richland was going to have a break down the field, but things got reversed. And Samantha able to just pick that ball nicely off the sideline. I think I actually missed that. She was so fast, I missed a shot, and the ball almost, she almost had a shot. Ball trickles into the goalie. And goalkeeper maintains control down there. She was just unable to get that foot on it. Close, very close. Ball on the far side of the field. Looks like that came off of Forest Hills, which leaves Richland with the kick. They elect to go short. Forest Hills immediately puts pressure on them. But Richland able to break through the Forest Hills defenders, and they have, wow, very nice. Keeper came the whole way out to the 20 to break that up, and I think that was a very wise move as we had a white jersey streaking down the field. And another shot on goal. Quick. Forest Hills turned that around real fast. Able to get the ball back down the field. Shot on goal. Again, Richland's keeper, Savannah Artem, able to keep that out of goal. When Richland turns on the Jets, they turn them on real fast. And again, wow. Alyssa Walker comes out of goal to break that up. Very wise move. Looked like Addison Piscatello had a shot at one. And Alyssa did a nice job realizing that she could very easily get an open shot on goal. Came out of the goal, broke that up. Wow, this time the keeper comes the whole way out to about the 25. She's out of position altogether, but the ball trickles harmlessly over to the near side, and Forest Hills defenders able to get back there, break things up, and keep Richland from getting a shot on goal. Nice long throw into the center of the field. Just unable to get a foot on that ball. Looks like Richland's been spending a lot of time here in the last couple minutes down on the Forest Hills side. But Forest Hills able to get control again, move that ball quickly down. No shot on goal yet. Looks like they may have had an opportunity there, but again, ball trickles off to the right side of the goal and out. So here we have another kick. We're down to about 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Forest Hills maintaining that 1-0 lead. Trying to keep the pressure on Richland, though, by keeping the ball down on this end of the field. Maybe getting another open shot on goal.
Send it up and go.
Play stays near the near side here. Claire Sabala able to get that ball to the center of the field. Forest Hills still trying to work that down in, get a little closer to goal so they can get a nice shot off. Richland defends that nicely, and we have a Forest Hills throw in. Ball goes the whole way across the field. Came off of Forest Hills. And we have a Richland throw in, but Forest Hills is all over the place down there. And they do have control of the ball right now. And it looks like we may have a corner kick here for Forest Hills. We do. And let's see if we can get something happening in the center of the field. Nice strong kick. Richland defends it nicely. Able to get that ball back out to about the 20, and then For time being, they have control. Let's see what happens. Just like that, Forest Hills has it, moving that ball nicely around the mid. And a little shot on goal, I think we're going to call that. Defended nicely by Richland. And a kick out to about the 50. Very nice job there by Richland moving that ball back up the field. We had some fancy footwork there by Cameron Riberick. But Forest Hills able to get control again for the moment, and they're pushing that ball back down. Getting a little bit closer to the goal. And as I say that, Richland just puts that ball back up to the other end, but it looks like we have Alyssa Walker out there to just push it back up the field, get things maybe going the other direction. I'm not exactly sure who that pass was to, but Richland had control there for a moment.
Over, Addison.
And the Richland fans not liking that, but I think that was a pretty clean play by Forest Hills. Didn't look like they had even touched one another. May have just gone down, or may have been some incidental contact. Ava Mall all over the field down here. She took that down the near side by herself, got it out to the center of the field, trying to push it in there and see if we can get a shot on goal. And again, looks like it came off of a Richland defender, trickles into the hands of the keeper, and a nice strong kick out to around the 35, 40-yard line. And it's still going. And looks like maybe Forest Hills kicked that out. We should have a weight throw in here. I take that back. Looks like we have a green throw in. Must have been off the foot of a Richland player. And we're down to about 3 minutes to go in the first half. I think these next couple minutes we're going to see a little bit of urgency from Richland. They're going to try to push that ball down and see if they can even the score up. And I'm sure Forest Hills wants nothing to do with that. They're going to do whatever they can to keep that ball out of goal, obviously. And Alyssa Walker again with control of the ball out there at about the 5-10 line. Nice strong kick. Looks like it's going to go up to about the 45. And let's see if Forest Hills can maintain control and either get another shot on goal or at least run some time off the clock. And they do maintain control down here. We have a green throw in. Samantha Papsunik trying that long shot from about the 20-yard line off the left side of the goal. And that takes us down to about 2 minutes to go. So we did take about a minute off the clock there. But as we've seen from both sides, they're able to move the ball down quickly when they need to. And I'm sure that's exactly what Richland's thinking right now. Let's get that ball down into the Forest Hills side as fast as we can. Maybe get a shot on goal. But Forest Hills doing a nice job defending it, not allowing that to happen. So far, we're down to about 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the first half. Forest Hills still doing a nice job on the far side of the field, defending, not allowing Richland to get that ball centered up. So far, we've had no danger of that ball getting anywhere near the goal. As we approach 1 minute to go. And we're down under a minute. Richland maintains control on the far side of the field, but Forest Hills into a prevent defense, as they would call it in football, not allowing that ball to get anywhere near the goal. And it looks like we may have had some contact, maybe a trip, and it is. Forest Hills has control here and should be able to run these next 30 seconds off the clock. They're able to get the ball out to about the 40. Forest Hills, again, Alyssa Walker out of goal, able to get that ball up to about the 40. And Forest Hills with control with 14 seconds to go. I'm not sure they can get a shot off, but if anything, they're going to be able to keep Richland out of that end. And you hear Mrs. Asiri with that call, and the ball goes off the goalpost. And we are at the end of the half. Right now, your Forest Hills Rangers 1 and the Richland Rams 0. And we'll be right back with some action for the second half. Welcome back to the second half of play. And Forest Hills is going to start off with control of the ball here. And we're getting ready to get set for our second 40 minutes of action here. Forest Hills with that 1-0 lead in the first half, scoring early and then playing real tough defense. Alyssa Walker back in goal, not allowing anything to happen. Our defenders not allowing anything to happen back there. And they were able to keep Richland off the board for the rest of that half. So we're going to start off the second half with Forest Hills leading 1-0 over the Lady Rams of Richland. And as I said, Forest Hills has control of the ball. They're able to move the ball a little bit downfield, slowly but surely. We had Rachel Gates on the near side, moving it. Oh, and then real quick shot on goal. Oh, I think the initial shot was off of Samantha Papsunik, and I don't know who got that second shot. Laura Martiak with the second shot. Thank you, Mrs. Asiri, helping me out over here. She knows a lot of these girls and a lot of these players. And I really appreciate all of her help. Of course, Mrs. Asiri, longtime Lady Rangers girls basketball coach. Not only one of the most successful coaches in Forest Hills history, or even in the area, but one of the most successful girls basketball coaches in the state and beyond. So hats off to Mrs. Asiri. I know she's been working real hard. I spend a lot of time in the field house and up around the weight room, and I've been seeing her working with those girls there pretty much all summer long, off and on, voluntary camps. And I know you do a lot of core exercises up there, the core training and the weight training throughout the summer. So the Lady Rangers basketball team working year-round, getting ready to go here. Your season is going to be kicking off in just a couple months. Yeah. And she just said some of these girls that she has out on the field here playing soccer are going to be playing basketball. So looking forward to that, Mrs. Asiri. How many years has that been now that you've been coaching? 35 years. Wow, 35 years. I mean, I look at a lot of our teachers, and I don't think they're 35 years old. And you've been coaching longer than they've been alive. So that is quite a tribute to you and the success of your teams. And back to action here. Looks like we have a white throw-in on the far side of the field. So far this half, we've had one shot on goal, maybe two shots on goal, both handled nicely by the Lady Rams goalkeeper. But Forest Hills keeping the pressure down here on Richland's side of the field. So they spent a lot of time on the other side of the field, keeping pressure on Richland, and they're starting off that way in the second half. Ball trickles through. but easily corralled by the keeper for Richland. And then a real nice kick out to about the 45 again. She has a real nice, strong kick out of goal. And Richland trying to get something going down on Forest Hills' end of the field, but again, defended very nicely by Forest Hills. Here we have a nice throw in by the Lady Rams. That was number 7, Addison Piscatello. And Forest Hills trying to clear it, doing a nice job. And Samantha Papsunik unable to handle that one, but she had some help on the backside there from Ava Mall. And that keeps Forest Hills in business. So it looks like we could have a breakaway. Samantha with a nice pass. Ava trying to come around the right side, just unable to get to the ball. And Richland able to clear it. So we're going to have a throw in from Forest Hills down near the goal. See if Forest Hills can get that centered up. And I'm not sure if that was a shot on goal or if we were just trying to put that ball down there close to the goal, but it goes wide right, and Richland has control. Looks like they're going to kick that out. And that little shot on goal, or that little kick down near the goal, was Danica Faith, who we see came into the game here a little bit ago. And another shot, which goes wide right of the goal. That one may have been off the foot of Samantha Papsunik. And Richland able to get control of the ball, and looks like they could possibly have a breakaway here. We have one defender in the way, and we got a second defender in there to help out, and got just enough of a foot on that, on the ball there to keep it out and away from goal. Alyssa Walker had herself in there, braced in goal, ready to go. But our defenders did a nice job of clearing it before there was any shot. And let's see, Richland with a throw in from the corner. Trying to get it centered up and broken up by Forest Hills. And we're starting to move that ball the other way now. Samantha with a long pass down to Ava Mall. Ava able to get control of it, but defended nicely by Richland. And Forest Hills keeps the pressure on them down on this near side corner. Not allowing anything to happen from either side. Looks like we have a... Nope, no throw in. Here we go. Back to the action. Forest Hills so far doing a nice job defending, not allowing Richland to push that ball back into the other end. Both teams fighting hard. I'm sure as this game goes on, if that remains a 1-0 lead, Richland's going to try to pick up the pace a little bit and push that ball down into the Forest Hills side. And as I say that, here we go. Shot on goal, corralled nicely by Alyssa Walker. She played that perfectly. Complete control over things and a nice strong kick out to about the 40, which bounces up into the other side of the field. And Forest Hills reversing things quickly, moving back down the field, keeping the pressure on Richland. Oh, boy. That was a tough one right there. Alyssa came out of goal. And she's down for the time being. We have a timeout. Wide open goal for Richland. 31 minutes and 51 seconds. Okay, and we're back to action. We had a little injury time out there. Alyssa Walker went down on that empty net goal. She came out to about the 20, 25-yard line to stop the ball and had a very unfortunate injury. Hopefully she's going to be okay. We have Danica Faith back in goal for Forest Hills right now. So back in action, Forest Hills keeping the pressure on Richland, pushes that ball right down into their end of the field immediately. But ball trickles out, and Richland with a throw-in. Let's see what happens from here. Forest Hills has been able to keep the ball down here for a good while. Although now, with that 1-1 tie, both teams are going to be looking to score. I had said a little bit early we may have a sense of urgency coming from Richland, but now with that goal, I'm sure Forest Hills is going to want to put another one in as quickly as possible as we tick down to about the 30-minute mark in the second half. Nice kick out by Richland. Forest Hills able to get control of it again, though, rather quickly. And between the two teams, looks like that sense of urgency and the desire to score may be coming from Forest Hills right now. This is kind of what they did in the first half, right at the beginning of the game there, within the first couple minutes. It looked like the two teams were just going to sort of fill one another out and see what would happen, and all of a sudden Forest Hills, just with that quick strike down the field, able to center it up and score. They may try that again here. In fact, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of shots on goal in this second half from both sides. And as I say that, Forest Hills trying to bend one in there, just wide left of the goal. We're going to have another kick from Richland. Forest Hills again maintains control, keeping the ball down on Richland's end and fighting hard on the near side of the field here. Ava Mall not allowing Richland to go anywhere with it. In fact, I think since we came back from that timeout after the goal, I haven't seen the ball over on the other side of the field more than maybe one or two times. Its play has been taking place down here on the Richland end. Richland, unable with those throw-ins to get the ball up the field, chooses to go backwards with it a little bit. And they did find success there as they try to get one through to the center of the field, but Forest Hills quickly breaks that up once again. We're going to have another white throw-in. They are able to move the ball downfield. Let's see. I'm sure Forest Hills' defense is going to tighten up and try to reverse field as quickly as possible. And Richland going to change things up here. Those last couple throw-ins were by Mackenzie Lehman, and they're changing it up. They get that to Addison Piscatello, who we saw with that goal at about the 32-minute mark. And there's Danica Faith. We get to see her for the first time in action with a nice stop and then a beautiful punt out to about the 45-yard line. That was on the fly. That one didn't bounce out there. That was a nice, quick kick all the way out there. So we saw Danica in the second half. She was starting Looked like she was in the midfield, and now she's back in goal. So very versatile players here on the soccer pitch. And looks like we had Bella Carpenter moving that ball down the field, and a shot to the side of the net. Goalie did come out a little bit to make sure that that ball wasn't going to go in. Didn't have another chance of anybody kicking it down there. And a little play around midfield. Forest Hills gains control again, and they're moving back down into Richland's side. And another shot on goal just above the crossbar and off the goalpost. I thought that one actually may have a chance of going in. Just a little bit high. And we stay all knotted up at 1. About the 26 minutes to go here in this. We're in the second half. Two very evenly matched teams. As we said at the beginning, back and forth, back and forth. Quick goal from Forest Hills in the first half, and then a quick goal from Richland within 10 minutes in the second half, and that's all the scoring tonight. The keepers, all three keepers that have been in, have done a really nice job keeping that ball out, and defense as well. And as I say that, Forest Hills with another shot on goal, just looked like she had a shot there, and that ball just crossed across the middle, went across the middle of the field and in front of the goal. Richland again choosing to keep those short kicks. They've had some success with that. They're able to get control and then move the ball down the field. Forest Hills has done the opposite with some real strong kicks out towards midfield, and they've had success with that as well. So two different styles back near the goal, and another shot on goal. Wow, these keepers are doing a fantastic job tonight, not allowing much through at all. And I must say, Forest Hills is really keeping Savannah Artem busy back there in goal. On the near side of the field here, we had Rachel Gates getting the ball out to about midfield, right, and centered it up there, Samantha Papsunik, but now a little back and forth play between the two teams yet again. Let's see if we can break something free and get up near the goal. And as I say that, Ava Mall had a chance there. Looked like she was about one step away from getting a shot on goal. But again, keeper does a beautiful job coming out of goal and keeping that ball harmlessly in play. Forest Hills with a shot from about the 25-yard line goes wide left. Keeping the pressure on Richland and keeping the pressure on Savannah down there in goal. She has done a fantastic job so far of not allowing anything in. And here we go with a corner kick. Beautiful kick out to right in front of the goal. Try to head her just a little too high. But that was a beautiful kick. Now, let's see. We're going to do that all over again. If we get a different outcome, that would be great. It crosses harmlessly in front of the goal, and nobody touched it. So looks like this is going to be a white throw-in from the other side.
Okay, let's go.
And looks like we have some substitutions for Richland. I'm sure those girls have to be getting tired, but that ball came off of a white player and went out, which means Forest Hills with a throw-in and a shot on goal again Richland able to control that. And looks like she chooses for a big kick this time. Nice kick out to about midfield. Forest Hills has their defense pushed all the way up onto the Richland side of the field and able to help out and keep that ball down here as we make another push towards the goal. Forest Hills with a throw in on the far side of the field. And that came off of a white jersey, so Forest Hills with another throw in from the far side of the field. And looks like they may be putting something together, have a little push maybe to get a shot on goal. They've been taking some long shots from about 20 to 25 yards out. Let's see if they can get something a little closer, and they do. Just miss the right side there. Wide right by not much. Almost hit the right corner and in. Richland chooses to keep that ball on the ground. Probably another short kick out to about 25. They do, and it looks like we may have hands on that one as the clock ticks down to about 20 minutes to go. Richland choosing to kick, and they're trying to push that ball down into the Forest Hills side. They've tried a few different techniques, but just having a hard time keeping it down there. Forest Hills, again, with a strong throw in. Ball on the near side of the field. Samantha Papsunik looks like she has complete control down here. Getting the ball out to Ava Mall. Ava trying to come around the other side of the defender. Unable to do so. Laura Martiak getting it back across to the center of the field. And Forest Hills dominating this half on the Richland end of the field, just unable to get one in net. But this has been a dominant performance for the Lady Rangers as far as time of possession. And that was a real nice attempt, real nice shot on goal, and the ball stays in play, so we're not done yet.
Good job, Lily.
Richland with a quick kick out, but Forest Hills midfielders are defending nicely and getting control of the ball. And again, Forest Hills had their defenders up at about the 50. They wisely kicked that ball out, don't allow anything to happen for Richland, and forcing Richland to have a throw in and try to set it up. And it looks like that strategy worked, because now we have a throw in on the far side of the field for Forest Hills, giving them possession. Oh, I'm sorry, not a throw in, a kick. And again, trying to push that ball deep into Richland territory and set something up down there in front of goal. And as I said that they do, and there it is. There it is. Off the right foot, I believe, of Ava Mall. And in goal. And we hear the call from Mrs. Asiri making it official. That was Ava Mall with that goal, giving Forest Hills a 2-1 lead. We have just under 18 minutes to go in the second half. And I'm sure at this point Forest Hills is thrilled, but would like to get a little bit of breathing room with one more goal And this puts a lot of pressure on Richland now to try to get that ball onto the other side of the field. And Danica Faith, who was getting a nice rest back there, got a little bit of action. She did a nice job coming out of goal and stopping that one. And then a nice quick kick upfield. And Forest Hills with control. And they're going to throw it in here. And I'm not sure if you could hear that, but the referee is letting her know that that was a bad throw. He said that it started up around the head and then came down, and he did not like that. So see what happens here. I'm not sure. And they're going to turn that ball over to Richland on that bad throw. And Richland going with Addison Piscatello over here. She seems to be all the offense right now for Richland, scoring the goal and taking a lot of those kicks and throw-ins from the side. And here she goes again, throwing in. And we've seen her break free already a couple different times. She had a real nice throw in there, but defended nicely by Forest Hills. Richland tries to put that ball back in goal, but Danica Faith says no way as she stops it. And here we go with another nice kick. Look at that kick all the way out to about the 35, 40-yard line. A lot of height to that ball, giving Forest Hills a chance to set up underneath it. And looks like Richland now is moving a lot faster. They once they scored that goal, I think they felt a little bit better knowing that they had it all tied up. But with a 1-goal lead for Forest Hills, Richland now is trying to get that pressure back down here on the other side of the field. And ball safely travels out of bounds. Forest Hills giving it to Danica, and she's going to kick it in. Choosing to go with a short kick, set things up and try to push that ball down the field, and here we go. Forest Hills obviously has planned that play and has practiced that before, because that went with that short kick out onto the field and then quickly put that ball down to about the 50-yard line. Now we have some play going back and forth between the two teams. Richland desperately trying to get that ball centered up, unable to do it, and Forest Hills wisely kicking it out, allowing those defenders to come back and get set up. We're under 15 minutes to go. Forest Hills maintains that 2-1 lead. Here we go. Throw in by Addison Piscatello for Richland. And it looks like it went right onto the foot of a Ranger. And then everybody missed it going back across the center of the field. So that ball goes the whole way to the far side of the field before the Rangers catch up to it. And I think it's going to be a Ranger kick. And it is. Danica choosing to give that ball to one of her teammates. I believe that's Sam Dano out there kicking the ball in. She gets it out to about the 30, but Richland able to get control. And again, they're really trying to keep the pressure on Forest Hills and keep that ball down on this end of the field with about 13 and a half minutes to go. They'd like to get a few more shots on goal, I'm sure. Nice throw in out over midfield, and Forest Hills with a chance to set things up here. Ava Mall again coming around the backside of the defender, and she just wasn't able to get that kick off when she wanted to. A little bit late, and it comes off the side of the net. And I was not a real good cameraman there. I was watching all the action on the field. So tried to get you caught up to where the ball was. You at least got to see that shot on goal.
Get down. Yep.
Again, Richland pushing the ball down near the Forest Hills goal. And again, that's Addison Piscatella with the throw in and another throw in.
Go, Cam.
Oh, and it looked like it was going to be a nice shot there from about 20 yards out, but Forest Hills defended that well and able to push the ball back up to midfield. At this point, I think they're trying to set things up, not allow Richland to get anything going down on the other side, and let's see if we can run that clock down, maybe get another shot on goal. And there's Ava Mall streaking around the backside of the Richland defender. I'm not sure what that call is, maybe incidental contact? And I'd say it is by the way they're moving back. Richland's going to have a kick. Yes. And I'll tell you, these girls are pretty tough. I'm not so sure I'd want to go sliding across the field the way they have. I've seen them slide on their knees, their arms, their elbows, everything. And they get right back up and keep going. Forest Hills doing a nice job maintaining control right here around midfield, trying to set something up. Ava just unable to catch up to it as it goes out. And a quick throw in from Richland. At this point, they are wasting absolutely no time trying to get things moving and get the ball to the other end of the field, and I don't blame them for that. When you're down by 1 goal, 10 minutes to go, you most certainly want to do everything you can to get that ball into goal. On the near side of the field here, and looks like we have a goal kick coming up right now. Danica set up nicely, and there you go. She stops that one, brings it out. Let's see, she's going to take her time on that kick. That's not a quick one. Take her time, let her team get set up down there, and let's see if she puts another real high kick in the air. She does. Another real nice deep kick all the way to the 50-yard line, and that thing bounces down to the 40, the 35, the 30 of Forest Hills, or of Richland, I'm sorry. So she has done a fantastic job in goal for Alyssa Walker. And here we go. There was a wide open goal. The keeper went down, giving Forest Hills a chance, just unable to catch up to it, and the Richland defenders wisely kicked that out the backside of behind the goal. But Forest Hills is going to maintain possession. Let's see if they can set something up here with this corner kick. I see a lot of green jerseys down there, and we do set it up, and it looks like that ball's in. That ball's in.
Nope, no goal.
And doesn't look like the keeper called that a goal. I have a feeling somebody might have been in the goal. Maybe 2 people might have been in the goal. And I believe, well, I don't know. Did he say no goal, or is that a goal? And that was a goal for Forest Hills. I was confused there. I'm sorry I couldn't really tell what the referee was calling down there. I wasn't sure if he called a goal or not. But that was a goal for Forest Hills. And Richland doing everything they can to get that ball in. Danica Faith came out of goal, unable to handle the ball, but she had defenders that were backing her up and were able to get in behind there and keep that ball from going in. So Forest Hills defense has done a fantastic job here tonight, yet again, keeping that ball out of goal. That was a wide open goal for a split second, and they quickly closed that gap. Didn't allow anything to happen. And we will find out who scored that goal for Forest Hills. It was a little hard to tell if we had somebody in goal. Apparently they did not, because that did count. And that makes the score 3-1, giving Forest Hills a little bit of breathing room. A lot of play around midfield. Ball goes to the far side. I believe the Rangers have possession. And here comes a throw in. Yep, that is a green throw in. And we had a nice header there by Richland, moving the ball back up the field, but I heard a whistle. So I'm not exactly sure what that call was, but the Lady Rams have an opportunity here with a kick coming in. Rangers do a nice job of breaking this up quickly. Let's see if they can clear it now, and they do. Move that ball back up midfield, and as we've seen before, Ava Mall can fly. Here she goes yet again. She's able to get around the backside of the defense, but the goalie, I think, was able to get in there and break that up from about the 10-yard line. She had about one step to go to get around that keeper, and she had a wide open goal behind there. And we have a throw in by the Rangers again. Keeping pressure down on Richland, and that ball just gets across the front of the goal. We should have a kick from Richland coming up, and we do. And they choose to stay with the short kick and see if they can move that ball upfield. Must have been touched by a Ranger because they do maintain possession, and a quick throw in. They have not changed their strategy in moving that ball upfield. They've gone with the short throws, the short kicks, tried to set things up and get it moving down there. We may see a change in that strategy as we approach the 5-minute mark of this contest. We may see some longer kicks, and they may try to get that ball cleared a lot faster. And Forest Hills trying to get something going. Got that corner kick out to the center of the field, but it quickly moves across to the far side. And they maintain that 2-goal lead with a score of 3-1. Rangers with another throw in. One thing's for sure, they have not let up. They got that 2-goal lead, and you thought they may go into defensive mode. They did not. They have kept the pressure on Richland down on this end of the field, doing everything they can to protect their side of the field and help Danica Faith out over there. Once again, Addison Piscatella with that big throw in front of the goal, and we had some contact at about the 30-yard line.
All right, Cam.
And it looks like that was initiated by Richland. I see both referees giving possession to Forest Hills with the kick. So we're down to about 3.5 minutes to go. Forest Hills maintains that 2-goal lead, and they maintain possession of the ball, putting it back down onto Richland's side. A lot of play midfield. Laura Martiak trying to do everything she can and keep that ball from going back down to the other side. We have another whistle, and it looks like Richland is going to get a kick. 3 minutes to go in this one. Richland with a little bit longer kick now, trying to push that ball down into the Forest Hills end, but the defense from Forest Hills doing a real nice job keeping that ball out. Ava Mall able to get behind all defenders. It's just her and the keeper at this point. And looks like we had a defender get in there to knock that ball away from her. She had a shot, though, for a second. It was just nothing but her and the keeper and that net. And Forest Hills keeping all the pressure down here. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. If Richland can't get that ball up to the other end of the field, which so far they haven't been able to move down there, Forest Hills is going to breathe a lot easier here in a little while. And as I say that, oh boy, off to the races we go. Forest Hills defense doing a nice job. Wow. And we had Addie Piscatello in there again. That instant offense for Richland. She broke free and was streaking down the field. Almost an opportunity for a shot on goal, but Forest Hills closed that defense up. We have about 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Danica chooses to put the ball on the ground. And she has a nice hard kick out there to about the 30. Richland has control, but they don't seem to be able to move that ball down too far into Forest Hills territory. We have about 30 seconds to go in this one, and Forest Hills has another opportunity to score, and they do. And I believe that once again was Ava Mall. I'm not 100% certain on that one, but I believe that was Ava from this angle here. It looked like it.
Goal for the Lady Rangers. 29 seconds to go. 29 seconds to go. The Rangers are leading 4-1.
And we're just about at the 30, just a little under the 30-second mark here to go in the game, and that gives Forest Hills a 4-1 lead over the Lady Rams of Richland. And I think it's safe to say at this point that Forest Hills is going to go away with a win here tonight. We have about 20 seconds to go. We're going to hear Mrs. Sasiri count this one down here real soon. And here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And there's the horn. And Forest Hills wins this one 4-1, defeating the Lady Rams of Richland. Forest Hills doing a great job keeping the ball mainly down on the Richland end almost the entire night. I'd like to say congratulations to the coaches and the players for Forest Hills. Fantastic job tonight. I did not mention it earlier, but we're going to mention it right now. The head coach for the Lady Rangers is Sarah Dybert, assistant coach Jordan Miller, and the goalie coach is Dylan Charlton. So congratulations to all the Rangers, congratulations to the coaches, and good night, Forest Hills.